Shalom Chaverim, I'm Stephen Ben Danoon with Israeli News Live. We're not in our offices this weekend here. We are in Slovakia. We came here to the country of Slovakia to meet with some of the believers here. And so we greet you from the city of Košice in Slovakia, where we'll be meeting with believers from different parts of this country who have come here this weekend for a meeting here on Saturday. The time and location has not been set yet because we are actually looking for a venue for that now. So pray for us on that. But I wanted to update you as far as in a news brief here that there's going to be a meeting between Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, King Abdullah, and John Kerry in Jordan. Again, they're meeting there. This is another, supposedly the meeting is about the violence that is happening around the Temple Mount, the riots and the clashes throughout Jerusalem, which they have really been heated off and on. It's kind of died down a little bit here recently, but as the new defense minister for Jerusalem, Yitzhak Aronovich, stated in his inauguration speech today, today on Thursday here, that he expects the violence to increase once again. And not only that, but also Rabbi Shalaman of the SOS Israel, which is an organization. It's actually called, let's see here, I got the official name. It's a long official name of the group there, called National Headquarters Saving the Nation. Stephen Ben Danoon with Israeli News Live, and we're keeping up with events that are happening in Jerusalem there. In and around the world that affects Israel. We're in Slovakia currently for a meeting with believers here this weekend. So we had to step away from Israel here for this particular meeting, but we wanted to update you with the news that is happening there in Jerusalem. It has been reported by Israel National News that John Kerry is going to be meeting Prime Minister Netanyahu in Jordan with King Abdullah over the tensions there on the Temple Mount. Now, it's kind of, we should say, maybe not really strange that this is happening. You have to kind of go back in time and look at what actually has been going on now for a number of years there. One, back in 1993, we know that Shimon Peres made an agreement with, at that time there, with Israel in order to bring about building the third temple for the Vatican to get a stronghold there in Israel. This is the reason we see this stage set as being reset from 2,000 years ago, where Rome was once in control of Israel then. We're seeing that stage reset again, replayed out in modern times, something we've been telling you now for several years. And of course, Bill Clinton wanted to be the one to make that deal, but Yasser Arafat refused to allow a third temple be built on the Temple Mount. And of course, he mysteriously dies thereafter. Now, a lot of people want to blame the Jews for his death, and maybe that has something to do with this, but I can't guarantee you one thing. The Vatican Jesuits made sure that Yasser Arafat didn't live a day longer after his refusal to do so. So this is one of the reasons why we've seen a lot of changes that have happened over the years. And of course, then we had back in April of this year, on April the 7th, we had Pope Francis, who met with King Abdullah and his minister of religious affairs, who is none other than Prince Ghazi bin Mohammed. And this was a kind of interesting meeting there where they met at the Vatican, again, regarding Temple Mount issues there. It's a secret meeting, of course, lasted 45 minutes, but there's always something to do with the Temple Mount. And the reason there's a lot of violence going on in Israel right now and in around Jerusalem is over the Temple Mount and the Jews' right to pray. It's why Rabbi Yehuda Glick was shot down there in Jerusalem, where he is standing for the Jews' right to be able to pray there. And at the same time, the Palestinians are in the negotiations with the Vatican in order for the Vatican to get that strong hold. So it's a very complex situation, and no doubt they're saying they're coming to meet about the ongoing violence there. And the only thing I could see is it hinders the work in getting a third temple built on the Temple Mount when there's violence. So yes, they do have to bring in people to meet on this. And by the way, Mahmoud Abbas will be joining those talks with John Kerry and Prime Minister Netanyahu as well, with King Abdullah of Jordan II, that is. And so very eventful, things are very eventful there in Israel as time goes on. So we'll be right back in Jerusalem soon here to be able to try to pick up on that. And let me just say this here also too, we have a new internal security minister, Yitzhak Aronovich, who in his opening inaugural speech today said that he expects more violence to continue in Jerusalem because of all the unrest that is going on. And if that doesn't top it off, Rabbi Shalom Dov Wolfu, who is a Chabad rabbi, who is the head of an organization called National Headquarters Saving the Nation and the Land, he has offered, him and his organization, reward money for anyone that will kill terrorists that against the Jewish people. So there's too much red tape when a Jewish person kills a terrorist there. They go through a lot of red tape. So we can eliminate some of that red tape there. We're offering rewards for anyone that is willing to kill a terrorist. So naturally, it's just inflaming the situation there, but yet at the same time, I would say the only answer is what God will do himself, and that is he will come and he will cleanse the Temple Mount of Arabs as well as Jerusalem of the Vatican and all the rest of these mosques and things that are being built in the city there. He will do what the kings have refused to do. He will tear down all these altars to Baal and he will remove them. I'm Stephen Bendenun with Israeli News Live. Israeli news with a side of opinion you don't often hear. Shabbat Shalom, which that'll be tomorrow. Sorry, I'm a day ahead of myself. God bless you guys from Slovakia. Pray for us. Pray for the meeting here we'll be having with the believers here in Košice this weekend. God bless you.